Hello, welcome back to Room to Grow. Last episode we went into the next world, the desert world. We discovered, the new mechanic. We discovered the new mechanic, which was basically half grid movement. So yeah, it's time to continue doing that, I guess. Oh, hold on, there's hit splitting here as well. Oh, so interesting things are gonna happen there, I guess. Okay, we're gonna combine mechanics soon. Okay, so here's the only place to do half movements. That makes sense because we stated that however long the cactus move, the pushed cactus will move that same amount. So this cactus will move 1.5 steps as well? Yes, it does. Okay, so that's not the right move. Is the only thing that takes us half a grid point across. All of these need to move at least 1/2 grid point. Interesting. I do see that. I mean, okay, yeah, because they will have to move 1/2 grid. They need to move at least half a grid point. Pretty sure I must push them both like this. I feel like as long as I can do that, all I need to do is wrap around and push back. Yeah, okay, good enough. Sure. I'll take it. Alright, level 10. Okay, so, no pushing off of anything now. It's just, okay, sure. I guess doing some pathfinding maybe? So this is 1.5 steps, I think. So you move 1.5 steps as well. Same here. But it looks like this gets you on the grid point, which makes sense. 1.5 up here gets you in the middle here. 1.5 downwards gets you to this point. So I feel like that's what I want, which allow me to do this. Eventually I want to move you horizontally by half grid point, which is why this looks good as well. Oh no. This? Something like that. I guess I need to do this first. That looks good. Okay. Yeah, I think this part of the map is to deal with pushing cacti by non-integer grid points. I think that makes sense. Okay. So all pushes into the ground or the cliff or the rocks give us integer grid points. The only non-integer length is these 3 lines. I need to push you by half, so I feel like I need to push you across this line at least once. Not quite. I feel like there's reason to actually push away so I can do... So I can push back. Like, you're actually in a very good spot to be pushed backwards. So, is this okay? No, because my movement isn't 1.5 grid points. Yeah, I need to physically walk on this line to push you into place. Yeah, I need to push you horizontally, then you push you back 1.5. That makes sense. I don't really see how to do that though. Maybe this is better? No. That's what I did. Okay, so if I push another 1/2, I feel like that's kind of bad. Yeah. I think what I want to do is I want to push you across. I need to make sufficient space so I can like sort of dip back in and push over. But the amount of space I have isn't good enough. If I made a really long space like this, is that good enough? Doesn't quite look like it. I can see that there's this little gap over here that I can fit a 2-length cactus in before moving up and down. So it's almost like that, but this clearly doesn't work. Because I don't walk across this line. If I did this instead, still not possible to walk across this line. Yeah, pushing along this just makes it impossible to walk across this line. But it feels like I have to. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna get the cactus stuck. I need to stand here to push the cactus at all, right? Yeah, the answer is definitely yes. Pushing up and down is basically impossible. These lines don't do anything. Because in pushing down, this part of my body is gonna get stuck no matter what. So really, we only have one pushing point. 1 point to push off a rock. Maybe this is okay. This looks horrible, actually. No. Like, this still looks bad. And there's like really no way I can get back here anymore. Right? If I push by 1.5 here, it does nothing. It basically offsets the same amount. It needs to be in the other direction. And I feel like doing this is not going to do anything good for me. If I pushed off first... I can push off again, but I don't see the point. Yeah, wow, this looks like really confusing. Because is this not what I'm supposed to do? I feel like there's no other way to do anything besides this. Yeah, I need to physically push the cactus left here. Is there anything better after this point? But it's not. There's nothing really better after this point. Is this? No, this is not fine. Yeah, this is another full push. There's just no, like, to even move it off half a point, I need to push it along this line. That's why it's so important that I do that. But it doesn't work. I mean, does this technically count? Not really. For some reason it doesn't count. Oh, what? Wait, that works? Oh, I see why it works. It looks like it's not on the grid point, but actually, it is on this grid point. This part of the grid point just has an offset due to these lines. It looks like it's not on the grid point, but it is on this one. So like, if you measure if you measure full steps backwards, you will eventually work. It will eventually show that yes, it does exist on this point here. Oh, okay. Yeah, wow, that is insane. But okay, that works. I guess you gotta be very attentive of that in the future. Okay, so there's no vertical line to offset myself, so I can never push you physically. It's like probably have to do this and then push off like that. And you push off by more than one grid point, so that looks good. Except it doesn't really. Because now how do I push you back up? Maybe I need to do this instead. Then this? Whoa, yeah, look at that. So this first push gets you off this grid point onto this one. So you can be pushed up here. Then I need to do another push to make space for me to go underneath. But this line doesn't go far enough to push you again, so it's fine. So now all I need to do is go around and push up. Wow, okay. Sure. Alright, 13. Okay. Here's 1.5. Here's half. Okay, so it looks like I need to push you by 1. Then I need to push them both by 1.5. There's no pushing back, so... Okay. Is there any reason I should push half first? Potentially. This kind of really gets you into location, which I feel like maybe is not the best. Yeah, because... Yeah, it doesn't work. This pushes you out of the way again, and I can't push you back. Yeah, I don't think that's good. It's definitely possible to push you guys along the line. Kind of like this. I mean, obviously I don't want to do that, but it's possible. I don't know if I like that or not. There's no reason that's good, right? No. Maybe if I went around you like that, it's better? Maybe. Then the idea is I come back eventually. No, but like... Because of how these pushes work, you definitely need to be pushed once here exactly and once here exactly. If I go up here... Oh, this push lets me come back down. Oh, okay. That should solve the entire puzzle, actually. Oh, but no, but this part of the body doesn't let me out. I see. That's the difficult part? I guess it might be. But yeah, this doesn't let me back down. And there's no real way to get back down at all. Yeah, you're stuck now. I can't push any further, I'm dead otherwise. Fairly certain about that too, actually. What was a good way to explain this first? I don't think that's good. Yeah, this didn't solve any problems that I had. So I keep thinking about doing this first, but now I'm like really stuck because there's no way out for me. If I went here and did this first, then there is a way out. Ooh. I like that. Yeah, okay. There you go. Very nice. Okay, 14. Okay, this looks fairly simple, but I do know that I need to push you. Actually, you're currently on the correct grid point. Ah, you're on the right grid point, but pushing you across this line makes you not on the correct grid point. Okay. And this is the only horizontal line where there is such a thing. Here's a question. Is it possible to push twice along this line to offset this grid point? Like if I did this and pushed back, is it possible to do this and push off again? Yes, it is. Okay, very nice. So what it basically does is, you can sort of think of like 2 1.5s put together makes 3, which is an integer number. So therefore, I need to push this cactus 1.5 twice to make it so that it is as if I pushed it 3 times forward, 3 spaces forward. And that will retain its, I guess, parity here on like the correct grid point. So yeah. Alright, 15. Okay, this time it's half a grid point. You are off your grid point, yes. I can do that, but is that good? I can pull myself forward. But I can't pull myself up now because I get stuck. If I could push myself up, that would be great. But I cannot. Okay, so why did I go up instead of going down? Can I do this instead? Doesn't look like it actually. This is worse. Yeah, it's worse. Why have I pushed up first? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yeah, the only way to get you to offset is to push while you are on this line. This vertical line specifically. Only then can I make a half step while pushing you. So you need to exist on that step. I'm seriously considering this, but I don't think it's great. I think this move seems ideal, but there's obviously issues with that. Can I push down first before pushing over? Yep, okay. That's all I needed. Instead of pushing over then up, I do it the other way around. 16. Oh, okay. Here's our single point. I can't push over in this direction, so I can't push you in directly. So it seems like what I'm going to have to do is offset you. That doesn't look very offset. Maybe like this? Yeah, that offsets you in the right direction. I feel like I need to offset again, so I need to do this, then push up. Because I can't just do this. Yeah, this is a 1.5 push, which is bad. Okay. I do like this though. I do know that, yeah, there's definitely a space here for him to push out, which is why I think this is necessary. But I'm not entirely sure what I can do after this point. I can't do anything from here, I think. Is that what I want? I feel like that is what I want. To do this first. Maybe not this far. But like, this is the only way to actually get you onto a, I guess a grid vertex. Which is where these 4 planes, you know, meet. Is vertex. If I pushed it normally, then it wouldn't work. I need to push it by 1 twice. And then once I push you across, again, I can't use this line because I'll not offset you correctly. You'll notice that at no point in my solve so far have I ever used this this line. So if you start off in the right parity, then I cannot just use this vertical line once. That will get you off parity. I need to use this long line an even number of times. I guess that's interesting. Not good. No, I'm just not allowed to use that. Maybe this? I don't like that at all. I still feel like this is a good idea. But from here, there's nothing I can do. If I push you out first, maybe that's better? Doesn't look like it. Right, like the whole idea is that I want to be able to push down like this, but there's no way I can do that. It would also be nice if, like, the other way I can do this is I can push you up, then over, then up again. Oh. Wait, when did I... Why did that not look possible when I first started? What inefficiency did I make? I did this. Oh, I must have pushed out here, I think. That's my mistake. Yeah. I start by pushing up first, then out, then up again. Okay. Sure. Alright, so... Yeah, there's stuff over here. The desert continues this way. So I feel like this is some sort of meta puzzle that I don't want to solve here. There's this thing over here. What in the world is this? I don't know. I'm gonna guess though that 17 is not there, it's up here instead. That is correct. Okay, it's a singular level. There must be something really important here. What? Okay. Oh. Non-square grid point. So what happens if I did this? That's normal. How about this? Oh my. Yeah, that makes sense. I pushed it in this direction, so it moves in this direction. It doesn't follow the grid lines. Oh, that is confusing. So to get it here, there are like I can't use this line. I have to use something like this line, for example. So what I have to do is I have to go... No, I have to get you to this point, so I have to use this, then this. Ugh, okay. Oh my god, okay, sure. Somehow left and right still work very intuitively here. Don't even know how. But okay. So it's now time to think about vertices as opposed to lines or edges. Also, like, okay, what does this do? Oh. Oh, ew. That's... okay, fine. So we kind of think about inverses now, maybe. No, this is still the inverse. It's always been the inverse. This kind of pushing has always been inverse. The idea is we are thinking about grid points now. So to get to this point, we don't follow the grid lines. We follow the... Like we follow the, I want to say second degree lines, which are the lines that are kind of slightly further away, branching outwards. Because those are the lines I need to traverse to get an object here, right? This line, this line, this line, or I think this line would have gotten me it. But you can see that there doesn't exist a line here for me to traverse so I can push an object in this direction. Therefore, to get an object here, I basically have to do this. Okay, jeez. And then as for these lines, we kind of think about the inverse, where you can follow a grid line because the line I'm pushing against is this. Okay, so against the wall will always be like that. So a wall push always acts in the up left direction. It seems like potentially I want to push you in here first, which is why I was thinking about doing this. But that doesn't seem good because now I can't quite... Oh, pushing up here moves this way. Up and left both do this. Okay. I can push up. I get stuck somehow. Is this better? This might be better. But how are you gonna traverse this line? There's no line here for me to push against. Yeah, and like none of these lines are gonna help me out here. I guess I can still push down. I can't push down. This line is useless because I enter this point first. And this point is actively gonna hurt. So no, I can never push down against this. I think I also cannot push up here because this hurts. So these two lines are impossible to work with. That looks interesting. But if I want to think about all these, pushing against the wall here moves in this direction. I want to say here. Like this and then push up diagonal. That seems difficult though. How about I do this first? So here's a question. Does this really weird shape somehow let me push this way? It does. The reason why is that the amount up I move is not enough to hit me into a wall. Like if I did this, my entire body will move 2 spaces up, which collides with this. But if I did this, my body moves 2 to the left and 1 upwards. So this point actually never hits this ceiling. It hits this point. Yeah. Okay, so another way to think about it is that a push into a wall sends all points of my line in that direction by that exact amount. So this like knight move, for example, all of my lines follow this like sort of inverse knight move. Okay. I guess all of this could also have been applicable to the square grid. It's just a lot more intuitive. I don't need to explain things like that. But okay. So once again, to get you here, I'm assuming a wall push is necessary. Therefore, I'm assuming you need to exist at this point, although that's not entirely true. You could exist at this point. I could push you down, then across. But can I actually push you down? Maybe not. Again, I suppose I can start like this. This seems bad. For multiple reasons, actually. All of these points are now inaccessible. So I'm stuck. Pushing up seems useless. Maybe it's not. Okay, I can push down like that. And I think this works. It looks like I'm covering the hole, but by pushing this direction, this part of the body moves away as well, so this should work. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I have the brain power for this. But okay, yeah, now we're working with extra long lines, so the grid is now only becoming more and more complicated. Seems I need to move you in this direction, so a push this way seems good. Something like this almost just gets you. Obviously I need to push you in this direction as well, which is bad. But I do notice that I guess this technically pushes you, except that this part of my body is in the way. I'm only technically actually allowed one of these pushes, right? Yeah, because then my pot gets in the way. I can never push against this anymore. I feel like what I want is actually to push you down into sort of like the same relative position as this cactus. Or push you up, because I can only push down here. So I need to do this and then push up like so. And then do that. Yeah, okay. Slightly easier to think about. Okay. 20. Okay, no pushing off points. Okay, I can see that. Well, I have to make this very complicated shape because you can't just line up along the grid line. There are two ways to get you in. The one I just showed, also this one exists. Could be the ending. To get you in, there are other ways as well. Maybe pushing up, then... No. I think pushing down is more intuitive. Yeah, okay. Except, what now? Like this. No, I need to go down to here, which is impossible. Okay. Any other way to get you in? Technically, yes. I can do this, then push down. Could I have done anything with you beforehand? Yes, actually. I can do this first. Push you down, then go around and push you in. Nice. This kind of looks like I'm flattened against a wall or something. Okay. 21. Let's see if I can finish this area. Oh god, okay. So I need to create a hook. There are a few places I can push off. This pushes me in that direction. That seems bad. I can't do this because pushing in this direction crashes. So I want a hook that looks like this. I need to move in this direction, which actually looks impossible. This one brings me in the opposite direction, which is bad. You gotta start with this? Then this? If I push down here... twice? I can do this? That looks like a hook. Yeah, okay. That's not a good hook. If I did it twice like so, I can actually hook you backwards like this by pulling this way. Ah, that's good enough. That is so unintuitive that it works. Like, if you look at the cactus that I make, like, how are you even going to figure out that, like, wow, I can actually... Like, I can actually push in this direction. Nothing gets stuck somehow. That's just so insane to me that it works like that. Huh. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna make sense of this. Also, we can go up here now. Oh! Oh no, it's another one of these. This is gonna be another new mechanic. What are you gonna do? Like a 3D... what, 3D shape? I feel like we're kind of already doing 3D shapes. Okay, here's a rehash. It looks like I'm gonna need to push down here. Obviously it has to be with my tail, because my head can't go in. Is that true? What if it were like an angle? No, there's no angle that works, right? Could this angle fit? It could, but like, it can only reach this point. If it went down here, it's gonna have to cross and touch this rock. So no, this angle can't fit in there either. So I think my tail has to be in there, meaning I can start with an up move. And then somehow maneuver my tail in. Okay, I can sort of like start by maybe pushing this way. Then you push in? Where? I need to push in like in this direction, which just doesn't... I can't do that. And I have to move this way. If I move this way, this tail is never gonna get in here. If I moved up, this line is never gonna fit in here, so I have to do this. So like, I don't know, after I manage to make it through here, I guess I have to do this and use this line to do that. Ugh. Well, I'm stuck now, very. So maybe I need to go around and do this instead? This doesn't let me out either. Yeah. But I do know that like the shape I make can be pushed downwards very easily. Also, this is just going to work, so I don't need to worry about that. The ending really looks like I need to simply push up against one of these vertical lines. So I need to escape this, which I feel is impossible. Ah, not impossible if... So, look at this. Pushing diagonally here allows me to go here, right? But as you can see, that blocks my way out. To remove this blockage, there are a few things I could do, but one way I can see how, instead of moving this line here, I first go vertical, and then I move down multiple times. Like so, and that should let me out. I can only move down twice though, so I think I still need one of these pushes, then a push like this. No, I get stuck. Okay, so I do this first maybe? No. I need to do this now? Oh, yeah, okay, that works. Ah, does it? No, this line doesn't work, so I need to use this line instead? Sure. Oh, but now I can't escape because I need to push up first, right? Oh, that is so confusing. But yeah, no, this makes sense. Oh, look at that. Okay, fine. Alright, that's 22. Let's do one more, and then I think I'll call it, because there's no way I'm gonna, like, process all of this and then keep going. Okay. So I have this push. I have vertical pushes as well. I have this push. Let me unstuck myself. This push. So my tail can go in two possible directions, either this way or this way. Okay, yeah, I can see like it sort of like matches up with these. That makes a bit of sense. This way seems okay, as long as I can... Actually, I have no idea how to do this. I mean, if I can do this, I feel like this push is good enough. Obviously, this push is going to get this guy in the way, so I feel like I'm going to move out of the way here, then push back. Kind of? Maybe. That seems rather convenient, I will say. Like, I feel like this is forced. And yes, the reason it's forced is because to move you up in the first place, I'm going to push against this line. My head's going to have to be here. Therefore, part of my body's going to be here. So yes, no matter what I do, part of my body's going to have to be here at some point. Now, what I need to do then is to get rid of this. This is one way to do it. Okay. And what is stopping me from doing that? It's this, isn't it? Well, no, it's not. Okay. So what then? I push you... Well, I want to push you down now, but I can't. Do I have to maneuver you first? If I push you up first... No. And you see the possible lines that I can take to push things into you. Actually very few. There's like the verticals, obviously. These two lines don't exist. The only other one is this line. So what's the line to push you down somehow? I'm gonna say that's probably possible in some way or another. But it's not possible because I occupy this spot. But that's forced. I have to stand here. My body has to be here, I think. Although maybe not. Like I'm seeing that this point can push you in, but so can this point, as long as I push across enough times. But that gets you stuck. And that is necessarily true. Unless... It's necessarily true if I double push. Then you get stuck, definitely. I'm fairly certain there's no way to get you back. Although, I guess... Technically, you know. Very technically speaking, it might be possible, but I don't think that's a good way to do it. So like, if I did want to continue with this idea, there must be a way to get you out of the way first, which I can do, yeah, but that... I feel like that's just a waste of space, this entire operation. Yeah, if I move down, I need a double push to get here, and then I'm never actually gonna push you in. And I couldn't have altered you properly enough. So I feel like no, that's not good. And then like furthermore, I still need to get you in here. I guess like it's like kind of easy to do that, technically. I do know at this point, no. I mean, if I went around the big way, doesn't seem good. If I went around the big way, I think this part of my body blocks myself. Right? Yeah, it does. It would be good if I could get in here then, but I think, yeah. Okay, so then why not I push myself out of the way first? Isn't that good? Let's try that. Oh, this part of the body's in the way now. That is a problem. I can only do this, which is... I want to say a problem, except maybe it isn't. If I did this... Isn't this still a problem? Maybe this isn't a problem, somehow. No, this is a problem now. Yeah, so... using this part of the wall is also not good enough. And then like, if I try to avoid that by doing this, then this line becomes a problem again, I think. Right? Are we fine now? No, I feel like, I mean, this technically gets this line out of the way so I can move in this direction, but then it gets this line in the way. If I try to move this line further away, this guy now gets in the way. Maybe if I did something else instead. That looks even worse, I will say. Yeah, that looks even worse. Like, the pot is the problem, so I can't do anything about it. I thought I was being clever by, like, moving the pot, this guy out of the way. I really wasn't being super clever about it. Look at that, so many things are stuck against other things. Is this the only way to get things in? I mean, not really, no. There's also this, followed by this. Isn't that good enough? No. Oh yeah, for multiple reasons. This and this. Doesn't make sense to put... It doesn't make sense to put this guy in first if pushing against this wall is always going to get it displaced anyway. I could, like, do half the necessary steps first. Like, maybe... I don't like that, though. And pushing out like that kind of sucks. Maybe this is fine, though? Not really. Again, I really just need a down push. So this cactus kind of has to be here. Otherwise, I'm going to need to expand this area to push you back into place. Which, by the way, isn't even like that easy anymore. Right. There's no way to push you down anymore. So like, no, I don't think so. I must have done some interesting first step, I think, to this cactus. Whatever it is. I wonder what it could be though. Here's a thing I can think about. If I push this way, if the cactus was here and I push this way, that would get it into position. If the cactus was here, that is. It's kind of difficult to have the cactus be there because my pot's going to be there. And that will be true no matter what, because the pot will move the exact distance that I push, which is this. So I feel like that's bad. I feel like maybe if I did things a bit better, let's say I pushed you out of the way. I still don't like this. I'm thinking about doing this and then going back and pushing. And I think this would work, except I get stuck here. Like everything else seems to check out. So is there any way we could make this better? I don't think so. Like this is forced, isn't it? This line is forced. I can't push down twice because now that happens. No. No. I really feel like this is an interesting move though. But it's not really. Oh. No. Well... No. Although... I can't see what the issues are with this. I mean... Okay, well that's a big issue, yeah. The entire body is stuck there. It's interesting. It's definitely a bit too much. It's like, I need 2 pushes here, which is even worse. I needed 1 before. Maybe now I push down, that's fine? It looks better, but... I mean, like, actually if I did this push works. But of course, we're not in a good place to do that. So I feel like if I didn't push you down when I did this. So if I had taken a higher route, maybe? But that gets blocked. This is forced. And that won't necessarily push this thing down. Yeah, this vertex, yeah. Or push down. And so pushing down again is going to suck. And now I can't push up. Because this part of the body is stuck. I want to have pushed over this way, but this guy gets stuck right now, and there's no way to do it. So like, I really wish I could have done this, but it doesn't look like I can. Oh, this is even... Yeah, that's closer. But still not close enough. Yeah, 2 down pushes is always just bad. This time I really only want 1 down push. This is even worse. I don't want to push that thing at all, so I want that instead. But this doesn't work. Am I just missing something really obvious? I think if I can push you in here, we're like basically done already, but we're not. Yeah, this is bad. I don't want this to happen at all. That's why this looks the best, but I don't see how to continue from here. Maybe if I push down first. Yeah, but then see the problem is that once I push down, I don't have the ability to push against this anymore. And even if I did, which I don't, isn't actually gonna push it in. I feel like I'm going a bit too far here with all my steps. I gotta think simpler. The solution can't be some really long-winded push. It must be something, I think, efficient. Like maybe a move that pushes both in at once, or there's a very simple trick that leaves enough space. Again, I'm trying to consider the different ways I can get a cactus into this location by pushing. Pushing up is one, pushing down is another, pushing along this line is a third. Theoretically, is there any other way? No. This motion will allow me to push the cactus from here to here, which isn't possible because if a cactus were here, I couldn't cradle it anyhow. If it were using this line instead, then the cactus would move from here to here, which I already said is possible. So yeah. If I go into this position, for example, I could technically push down to get you in location. Do you think it makes sense if... Well, I mean, the whole cradling part is interesting. Do you think it makes sense if I did this first? Pushed away? Ah, no. I need to push, like... I want to cradle you. But I can't, because this guy gets in the way. If I really wanted to cradle you, something like this would be interesting. But I only want to cradle you, like... Not really like that. I don't want to cradle you like this. I don't want to cradle on this side, I want to cradle on this side, which is why this looks interesting, but... At least that doesn't work. Look at this. Now I can't push this way. I mean, maybe this first? I don't know about that. Again, I can already do this, basically. Oh, maybe I want to do that. No, this is basically the exact same as this, isn't it? The exact same. The entire point going around is... Maybe I can do this first? Then push down? Then push back? No, that can't be it, right? No, I loop around myself. Maybe I do want to do this though. Ugh. Yeah, no, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. That's something a lot simpler. There has to be something a lot simpler. Well, I don't think so. It's kind of the end of the section, so maybe not. Maybe something really complicated. But I feel like what I'm doing right now is just going to fail in every possible way. I need something newer. Well, again, we've only accessed... We've only assessed 3 possible locations to push things in. Here, here, or here. The rest we have already deemed not possible to work. None of these 3 locations actually work. There's no way to push something in that direction. This one seems interesting, but definitely not possible, because I need something here. So again, it's here or here. This and this seem the most likely because it's easy to get the cactus into those locations quickly. In fact, if I did this first, maybe that's okay? Oh no, this part of the cactus will push it out, right? That's bad. Yeah, that's just bad in general. I don't want to cradle it like that, do I? Maybe if I started by pushing up first? Then I push this way? But no, right? Because this part will always get stuck. I don't even know why that doesn't work. I thought it worked. Maybe I have to go this way first? Yeah. And the other possible location is this, which I can do by pushing like this. But I already figured that that's not good. If I went up, if I went this way, this looks horrible. Although I guess I can. No. There's nothing I can push on. There's nothing I can push on. Yeah, nothing works. So like, I don't think pushing it there is a good idea. If I'm doing this, then it's just impossible to do this anymore. Like, unless I push down and then this way. Ah, well, that's really close actually. It's like, it kind of gets half the job done already. It just undoes that job, which I think is bad. I'm not sure if I can like fix that. I don't think I can fix that at all actually. Yeah. Ugh. Why do I want to do that? I don't want to do that. Now I'm completely stuck. There's nothing I can do? What's the point of pushing you up there? There's nothing good that can come from that. I mean, even if I did like wrap around you, I have to push down. And then you just be back to your useless location. Nothing changed. I can try pushing down twice. When it gets you into a slightly okay location. But I don't see any real difference. Oh, yeah, that kind of also doesn't work, you see. I'm not even sure how to think about this anymore, really. This still feels like the best start. It's just I've no idea how to save myself from this location. Pushing up feels bad. Pushing down feels also bad. Because I can't do anything from here besides doing this, and now that I've bounded myself in so many locations, any push is just not good either. And like, the simple route of doing this and then pushing it in is also blocked off. So I just have no space anymore. I have no space to go down here and push you in from below. This doesn't do anything. So what is it? So what is it? Why is it so difficult? It doesn't even look difficult, it just is. Somehow. This line... This line is not the equivalent to this line. They're not like opposite directions of each other. But they both have some upward push. So like, if they have upward push, I feel like the only real way to get this into its location is like a legitimate downward push. Still, there are a lot of ways to do this and have it not work out. Here's one. Horrible. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, in theory, this will also push the cactus in. Like, I mean... This is so close to working, actually. If only there was a way to push back, that would be very nice, but there isn't. Like, there isn't a simple way to do it. And I can't start by doing this first, because this part's in the way. I can't avoid that, can I? If I tried to avoid it, then like, this kind of doesn't look like it will work. Nope. Not at all. It's interesting. That doesn't look like it works either. Yeah, it's even worse. That's the entire problem I was trying to prevent to begin with. So what is it? Maybe I start by doing this? Then I push down? Then I push across? No. This part of the body's in the way, and I don't think I could have avoided that. If I did this, then push down, it would still be in the way. It would always be in the way. Because I've already made this part of the body exist. I can't avoid that, can I? The plan was to do this. Wrap around you like that. Go down. And find a way to push you back up. It's a very big part of the body that's not really going to work at this point though. Yeah, what is this? Maybe that's just part of the... Like, it seems like if I want to push you in with something like this, right? This line cannot exist. For this line to exist and for me to still use this, I have to get this line out of the way, which can be done, I think, not like... actually, like that is fine somehow. Huh. So I can push along this to get you out of the way. Obviously, it's kind of bad that that's happening. But I think that means if I leave enough space to push up like this, for example. So like this. I can push across like this first. Up push is now impossible. This has to be out of the way as well. So I have to do this, which is clearly not a good idea. And like even then, I feel like there's going to be a big problem. I still can't push up. I have to use this guy. I have to like avoid it by doing this. I feel like it's now kind of defeating the entire purpose of what I'm trying to do, right? Is it not? Yeah, like the cactus is so far away now. There's no saving it. I'm trying to go around it so I don't have to push it around like that. I mean, if I push down here first, it's very bad because now I can't do anything. I don't want to push it up at all. I mean, this is the best way I can think of to... No, that's it, pushes it up. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about this. Wow, this is like difficult. This is bad. This is really bad. Why can I do that? I mean, is that even useful? No, but I can. For some weird reason, I can. I feel like that's not a good thing. Oh, I can push like this now. That's interesting. I don't know when I could... Yeah, I guess I could always have done that. Maybe that's fine? So if I push like this, what kind of direction? I guess here. Wait, does this work? Oh, it does. Wait, so what was the key difference? I pushed you here? Wait, is that not what I've... I think I quickly rejected this as an option. I very quickly rejected that as an option. I remember that. Maybe that's why that didn't work. But just getting you here is good enough, I think. Wow. That is really difficult, yeah. Okay, I guess that solves it. Next episode, we move on to level 24, and we'll see what fancy stuff awaits us here. Until then, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.